Our Vintage KSDK goes back to the tumultuous Democratic National Convention of August 1968. Chicago was the host city, and Five on Your Side was there. Here's our reporter Chris Condon having his credentials checked on the convention floor. 1968 had been a year full of riots and political turbulence over the Vietnam War and the assassinations of Dr. Martin Luther King and Robert F. Kennedy. Protesters dominated the streets around the convention hall. Violence would even spill onto the convention hall floor.
The Chicago police are now in the aisles here with billy clubs, clearing people out. They're not using them on people, they're carrying them, and they're dragging everybody right out of the aisle here. It's a terrific crush.
Activists and law enforcement clashed for days. War protesters called it a pivotal point in American history. John Chancellor of NBC News summed it up this way.
There were 7,000 Army troops, and yes, the anti-war demonstrators were tough and angry and asking for trouble, but these two forces came together, and it made you embarrassed to be an American.
Adding to the tension, Chicago Mayor Richard Daley unwilling to bend to any requests made by the protesters.
There's no person, any place, anywhere, or any thousands of them that will come to Chicago and take over our streets, our convention, or our city.
Anger and violence came to a head the third night of the convention as clashes between police and protesters played out on national TV. We asked then St. Louis Mayor A.J. Cervantes for his take on what happened.
And any lessons to be learned for the St. Louis Police Department?
Yes, I think that the lessons to be learned is that you can't let unruly mobs try to take over a city.
Meanwhile, our reporter John Rodell took to the streets to talk with St. Louisans.
You hate to see people get injured and hate to see especially the youth, but on the other side of it, I don't know what can be done unless you use a strong arm.
I just felt it was a terrible place that we're living in, that such violence goes on.
Well, I don't like it, John. I think it's rather deplorable in this day and age for civilized society.
As the DNC returns to Chicago, those few days 56 years ago continue to cast a long shadow on the event.